Good afternoon again. Ralph Hartman here again, continuing with the possibility, considering the possibility of becoming a candidate for Congress. As I said earlier, to just start a little bit of research today, I checked my files and found the index for the mailings of 2013. I said that, as I said, there was a total of 744 titled mailings, and a lot of other years were similar, starting back in about 2010. Every year was similar. 600, between 600, 700, 800, and all a lot of concerned effort. And there's so much various detail that it's impossible to keep up with everything. Oftentimes, mostly, I have to consider matters and file, send, file, whatever, and then the next day is like a start over because the various detail is different. If I'm reviewing another journal from a different month or a different year, and it's impossible to keep track of everything. And so anyway, what about 2013? Like I had mentioned the one particular title that had been interfered against. And I'm just looking back to this, and just from 2013, I'm noticing that one of the sends, I can't detail to whom exactly, but I do have a file that lists all the various news authorities that I contacted. Mostly they weren't individuals. To editor of a newspaper, news department of a newspaper, news tip, or whatever. There were some to individuals of a government authority, but mostly news in 2013. During previous years, most everything went to the local sheriff's department. Before I learned about email, I used USPS, and I do recall that in the year starting in the end of August of 2006 through 2007 until early 2008, when I learned about trusting email, that my objective had been 100 mailings per month. 20. 20 mails per month, 20 mailings per month, using USPS and using return receipt requested certified mail every time I could afford it. So I trust that back then various matters were considered fairly by the sheriff's department, considering myself at the time I don't own any property, and etc. Disruption is so much that I can't. That in other words, Abuse family had a lot more influence about their property ownership and their history than I had. But I do continue to trust and hope that matters are being reasonably considered. But like I said again, the 2013 index. Again, it's impossible to try to detail every subject, in a brief moments. But just as an example, I'm noticing that the 23rd, the index isn't the 23rd of the year, but the 23rd alphabetically. 23rd listing included a concern against because of concern against burnings. Why do they have a burn tab on video players, video recorders? If you're going to keep a video, keep it. If you're going to delete it, delete it. But what's the burn tab about? And I also really worried about a relatively new term that some are using in diets, saying burn fat. You keep weight or you seek to lose weight, but using the term burn is a bad idea. This is for everyone being safe instead. And then the 24th alphabetical listing, the 24th listing was against a children on fire threat. There are some that are so bad that when they hear innocent children commenting, that they don't like hearing innocent children commenting about that, about anything, and they'd rather envision children being on fire instead. But this is for the children being safe. About matters like that. If the people aren't reasonably being made aware, that the people need to know about various matters that they should know about. By the time I get to the 56th listing, I'm noting that a man who alleged being a gay priest was again terming girls as though they're a herds. Instead of considering people individually, compassion or anything, that he was again terming girls as though they were herds. I'm for the girls being safe. I know that the particular interference also comes from some in Salt Lake, that they like to change the word safe into saint instead, and they're mostly always about being a gay orientation against girls. I remember seeing one missionary along the way during a funeral one day saying, so what if they got rid of eating another one of the girls? So that was another report. I don't get answered directly, but it was a concern matter. I'm just for the girls being safe, and interrupting about this isn't friendly. So anyway, by the 59th listing of the index, there was a man alleging being from Salt Lake City again, saying that he was thinking that he had putsched in some way, using the old term from World War II about the Nazis with their beer hall putsch in Munich. So there are some that like to try to go back to those kind of days, and they're trying to involve innocent American people about it. But this is for a constitution continuing, for all the people being safe. So anyway, by the 61st listing, I have already said that I'm going to have to mention some names pertaining to persons that like to be overt about their names and disruption. I've already mentioned my father, Albert Hartman, who had staged his death back in early 1967. By the 2013 time frame, they were saying a threat of terming owls wolves. And what they're talking about is tagging wolves in some way that they could be guided maliciously. People in park areas should be careful. Wolves aren't supposed to be able to be guided at targets in park areas or anything. So anyway, by the 68th listing, I was noting that an announcer, a man who sounded like an announcer from a Katy Perry fashion show, Victoria's Secret fashion show, real cute show, had commented. I don't remember what he had said, but I had been worried about why he used the term all the way down at the end of the video. Hopefully all the gals, variously pretty gals of the show, continued safely. And that quote reminds me of something else. I've been seen up and down the road for years, and I am known to a lot of persons whom are known nationally. During that year, various commenting, I can't recall whether it was a friend or foe, critical or complimentary, but there had been commenting, just an example, by persons allegedly and sounding like, including a former government official, James Baker, actor Bruce Willis, a man allegedly being Admiral Crowe of the United States Navy, a man who sounded like he portrayed the Admiral Picard of Star Trek movies, actor Paul Newman, pretty singer Katy Perry, George Herbert Walker Bush, actor Roger Moore, and a senator, a local Florida senator by the name of Bill Nelson here in Florida. I don't know for sure if it was those particular individuals that they portrayed themselves as being. So if all those people that have their various national influences and about government national responsibilities have their ability of knowing, I think that the people should be made aware better, that the people have a right to know about various matters that could be critically important to themselves and to their posterity. And I hope everyone's having a good day.